Hi, this video is the 6-month follow-up of Chris here. And again, thanks Chris for doing a follow-up. We did the 3 months and the 4 months and the 5 months, right?
Correct.
Yeah. And again, don't expect everybody gonna have the same result as Chris. It normally take 1 year for it to fully grow. But for him, actually growing out really fast. And I'm excited, and the reason we do month by month, because the audience want to know what's it like. They're afraid, right? Were you afraid too during the time when what am I gonna look like doing 3 month, 4 month? Well, I look weird,
Right. Everybody's concerned about that. I was really concerned. It's like, okay, how long do I have to wear my hat? But I think the most important thing was like, oh gosh, I wanted to grow really quickly and stuff like that, right? And you see things going, and your hair start to fall out, and you get concerned, but everything happened like the way you said, Dr. Diep, and your hair starts growing back, and then like I said, when it starts growing, it just doesn't stop, and this is 6 months, and this is where it is now. And actually, I had lunch with a buddy of mine, and his wife was there as well, and she said, "Oh my God, you look at least 10 years younger." That made me happy. And actually I had dinner with another buddy of mine, and I told him to meet me.
How about the guy from Arizona? You remember you told me recently? He came to pick you up, or you pick him up? Tell me that story.
Oh yeah, my buddy, we've been friends ever since we're 10 years old, and he came over to my house to pick me up because he was visiting from Arizona, and we're gonna go out, and he looked at me, and he had to take a double take. He was like, he was really absolutely surprised, and he said, "Oh my God, it looks great." He knew I was going to do it, and he just he was blown away, and it was beyond his expectations as well, and for him to see it up close and personal. He inspected my hair, the side of my head, and he said, I couldn't see any scars, and it looks so natural, and I was happy, And going back to the story with the guy that I met for dinner, I told him to meet me at this place, it was like a bar grill, and I told him I was sitting in the back, kind of by the bar, and he walks right past me, and I had to call out his name. He turned back, he said, "Oh my God," and again, it was one of my friends that knew I was going to get it done, but he didn't recognize me. He just walked right past me. It was so funny, but people are just giving me compliments left and right. And today, actually, I went to get my hair cut, and I cut the side, and I told my barber to go ahead and even, I wanted to do a comb over eventually when my hair gets longer, a lot longer in the front, and I told her to go ahead and push the edge here and cut it shorter, and she did, as you can see, and it looks great. And one of the other barbers saw me, and she said, "You know what? At first I looked at you and I thought, oh wow, his hair got darker. She hasn't seen me ever since I got my surgery, and she just thought, oh, something's different. Maybe his hair got darker." Then she realized that, oh my God, he finally had a surgery.
Yeah. I'm going to show the audience what he looked like before. Again, just for the audience to see, that is before surgery, and he only have a couple straggler over here in the front, and so that was Chris before, and now this is where he is now. And again, this is a lot more dark. It will get darker too, more dense, and the hair will grow longer, and I'm excited for him. And again, I hope the audience realize that it takes 1 year for it to fully grow. It's not going to be as fast as typical. 95% take 1 year, but there's 5% like Chris where 3 or 4 or 5 months you start to see darker and darker. And it's very helpful to the audience to understand what's the journey look like, and a lot of people are very nervous during the recovery period because they might look weird. They're afraid that it will look weird, and I think you look, fine, natural. You had it done, and you knew, it's there, but it's getting slightly darker and darker and darker.
Yeah, every day, and yeah, of course, you're gonna look weird at first. I mean, you just got surgery, right? In the first couple months, it's gonna be exactly what Dr. Diep says, is that, you're gonna see the hair, the transplanted hair, then all of a sudden it's gonna slowly fall out to, what you look like before, or even, you're gonna look even more bald, and then all of a sudden, it starts to grow back, and again, just don't be concerned when one part of your head is growing faster than the other. That's natural, but eventually, that's why it takes a year. Everything catches up, and it's going to be full, right? So, I would say like the first 2 to 3 months, you know, I was wearing a hat to cover things, but after like 3 months, you know, I would take off my hat and you know, just let it be.
You never left home without a hat, huh?
But, yeah, and now, you know, it's
That's for years, right?
yeah, for years, and now I don't even wear my hat. I have a, you know, closet full of hats, and they're nice hats too. And I don't even bother wearing it. I only wear it when, of course, you know, my hair is messy when I wake up in the morning. Some days, you know, whatever. But I don't even do it anymore, and it's the really nice, stylish hats as well.
Yeah. So Chris, I want you to leave the hair long on the top, and
Yep.
we're gonna try to style like Elvis for you. And you can see the transformation. It's already he's getting younger and more handsome, and we stay tuned, and we're gonna do the 7 month, 8 month, 9 month to a year time, and you can see the density is there. It will get darker, but sometimes you can't tell the density after 7 or 8 or 9 months. But you can see how we can style the hair differently, and so your looks can still change. So I'm excited for you, buddy.
Absolutely, and you know what? You know, I stare at my hair every day, and sometimes you can't see it grow because you stare at it every day. But you know, I come in here, and you know, the receptionists and all the ladies and the friends are like, "Oh my God, your hair is a lot darker and it's longer from last time." You know, and so that's how you know, your hair is still growing.
Sure. So this is where he was, and this is where Chris is right now. All right, stay tuned for a year time.